Daiwa 7HTs don't need much looking after. This old reel of mine has been running for many years. The right hand bearing is messy. It throws oil everywhere. So the first step is to clean everything out and make sure there's no grit and sand in there either. These reels run nicely with engine oil or thin machine oil, almost anything you like. In this case I'm using rocket fuel. This tournament oil is very thin, but it sticks in the bearings quite well. Squirt a couple of drops into the bearing and then just blot away the excess. There are no bearings in the spool to worry about. It's an old-fashioned design with a fixed spindle. So now you can go straight into the left-hand side of the reel and give that a good clean out. Wipe every bit of dirt and old oil out of the brake drum, otherwise you'll have casting problems. Add a drop of oil, let it soak in, and then wipe off the excess, just as you did in the right hand bearing. Seven HT brake blocks don't cause much trouble. Sometimes they split, so it's always worth checking. Give the spool a good scrub. Make sure you get all the grease out. Slide the spool back into the frame. Now make sure that the spindle is right into the end cap. Another thing to check on 7HTs is that the brake block hasn't fallen out on the way. Line up the right hand side plate with the frame. The screws need only be finger tight. There's no need to use a screwdriver. The final check is to make sure that the end float is still correct. You can adjust that on the two bearing caps, and you can also make sure that the spool is properly centered in the frame. So that's the job done. Just spin the reel, make sure it's smooth and quiet, and off you go fishing.